Tryna leave me alone. Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 319.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Kidder here, it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now, Barney. Set. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Take this one up to about the 13. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Lucky 56.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19!
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete here.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Watch him now, Barney.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, had to get it out quickly, but it's... And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. To throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Point after here coming up. Point after right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Nineteen seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DeForest Buckner continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Lucky 56.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he powers his way up past the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll set up to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Gun! Check three!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll look to throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. Richards. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that'll set him back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. Back to throw. Richards. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to let it go again. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Single, that's single in the slot, Here we go. Motion.
To throw on 2nd down. Richards. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Richards. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before. Almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
No. 3 down.
Operating from the gun. Richards. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Gun! Detroit! Gun!
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. Maybe starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.